Welcome, my name is Albert King, and today we'll be talking about the painting Undulating Expanse and what it truly means. Walking through the Ackley Museum, I had seen tons and tons of artwork that were just kinda interesting, but nothing really eye-popping. Nothing really stuck out to me until I came across the big, bright canvas painting called Undulating Expanse by Hans Hofmann. Looking at this painting, I originally thought he was trying to paint an abstract painting of something like Egypt. Doing further research, I found a new way of thinking about this painting and how it's not just a landscape, but an abstract thought. If you ever casually looked at a painting, you probably only seen the surface meaning of the painting and never really deeply thought about what the painting means. Like in the painting Undulating Expanse by Hans Hofmann, when we examine pictorial structure, spatial illusion, and color relationships of each individual shape, we can see that each shape and color holds a detail about life. And when we look at the painting as a whole, we can see what life is in its entirety. Hans Hofmann's genre of painting seems to be that of abstract expressionism. Before we dive into what abstract expressionism means, we should be familiar with the basics. The abstract in art depicts an idea, quality, or state rather than a concrete idea. Also, the expression in art means expressing emotional experiences rather than impressions of the physical world. Finally, abstract expressionism is a style of art that is neither especially abstract or expressionist. This style of art is a development of abstract art that focuses on subjective, emotional, and spontaneous expression. Hans Hofmann's Undulating Expanse depicts abstract expressionism by having abstract objects express different meanings of nature and focusing on pictorial structure, spatial illusion, and color relationships. Now, I don't want to give away too much, so here are some of my thoughts on the painting Undulating Expanse. In Hans Hofmann's artwork Undulating Expanse, he depicts life as it is today. He depicts life by using physical landscapes and shapes that we recognize, but each shape has a deep meaning behind it, which is what pictorial structure is, shapes or structures that have certain meanings. The pictorial structures seen in the painting are the circle in the center and the thick, bold line that seems to be moving across the circle. At first glance, you might think nothing of it, but as we think more and more about this painting with an abstract perspective, we can imagine the circle being the circle of life and the thick, bold line disrupting the circle as it changes in life. Putting these two images together, I think Hofmann is essentially saying that life is unpredictable. Sometimes these unpredictable changes in life are bad and can leave the individual in pain and suffering. Interestingly, the pain in life is also represented in this painting with the three bright red triangles, representing fire or some sort of piercing object near the circle of life. Now, enough about the shapes in the painting. Let's move on to the color relationships used and why. Color relationship is simply the meaning of the color to the shape or structure it is attached to. The artist uses colors that represent optimism in his painting due to their bright nature. The use of dark red in the circle seems to show passion for life and the overall importance of it, while the orange in the painting seems to hint at pain. The multitude of colors in the thick, bold lines seems to show how unpredictable life is, either being bad or good. With the background being pink and pink correlating with happiness, Hoffman wanted to show how happiness is all around us. This painting seems very optimistic about life in the way it was painted, but it still holds the negatives about life, which makes the painting have a realistic feel to it. Like the two smaller circles in the painting are painted blue and green, and these colors represent the innocence and evil in life. Let's see how Hoffman incorporates spatial illusion in his painting. Hoffman shows spatial illusion in his painting, shown by the big circle in the center and the two smaller circles. Spatial illusion is the perception difference created by structures and objects in the painting. And through spatial illusion, those objects and structures have meaning. Going back to the two smaller circles and how they represent innocence and evil, these circles are very close in proximity to each other. It seems that Hoffman was trying to show that innocence and evil coexist together. Also, by making the circle rather large and in the center of the painting, Hoffman depicts the importance of life. Being an abstract expressionism painter, Hoffman would not put physical objects or shapes in his paintings. Hoffman would make his paintings more elaborate and intellectually stimulating for his audience. After researching the painting and finding out what kind of painter Hans Hoffman was, I found it easier to put myself in his shoes and saw that Undulating Expanse is truly remarkable painting portraying the nature of life and all of its mysteries. And if you have time, you should definitely go check it out at the Ackland Museum here at UNC.